Shalom, shalom. Kal halalim la Yahweh, Kal halalim la Abanoah Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakodash. Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Hawashai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Hawashai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Hawashai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to the prophets of that body. Shalom to the 144,000 and greater multitude, wherever they are scattered to the four corners of the earth. And Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Bawakar. And Valentine's Day, you could feel the demonic energy yesterday, even though it is celebrated between the 13th and the 15th. And the 14th is just sort of like a precursor coming into the 15th when it's celebrated. So those specific days of 13th, 14th, and 15th is a sort of like a kind of like a festival for Satanists or people on the left-hand side that pray to other gods or the deities or deities. And I'm starting to go into the origins of it, because what you got to understand is everything in this world that's evil is good, and everything that is good, which is in the Bible. I mean, there is only one, as Yahweh Shai said, there's only one good, and that's the Most High, Abanoah Yahweh. But in terms of everything that's righteous in the scriptures is deemed as evil on this side. Okay, but everything that's evil, which is what you're not supposed to celebrate, is deemed as good. Halloween is deemed as so-called good. Christmas, Halloween is just for the kids. It's fun. Christmas is fun. It's for the kids. And they're all demonic origins to all these holidays, because we're in Satan's kingdom. And Valentine's Day just adds to the list of demonic holidays or demonic days, even though you don't get a specific holiday or a day off for it. Okay, but there's demonic ties to that day. Okay. Let's go to the scripture first before I go into this. Calling evil good, good evil, King James Version. Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. As mentioned, these demonic holidays, that's what they are. Everything in this evil satanic kingdom is deemed as so-called good, Also, it's just another way of the so-called white man just to sort of amplify prices on everything, be it a hotel room, you want to take a lady out, whatever, buying, I don't know, whether you want to buy her a dress or something or some perfume, everything will be quadrupled that way that day on that, so they can make some more money. Obviously, Esau wants to make his money as well on those demonic holidays. So there's that energy around it. Okay. The dark origins of Valentine's Day. Okay, got this from the npr.org website. Excuse me. Update February the 14th, 2022. I'm not going to read all the gibberish there. Okay, actually I will. It's a little introduction to it. Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate romance and love and kissy face fealty. But the origins of this festival of candy and cupids are actually dark, bloody, and a bit muddled. Though no one has pinpointed the exact origin of the holiday, one place to start is ancient Rome. Okay, but we're going to find out the exact holiday, what it means, right? All right. Because remember, Esau going to give you a little bit of truth, but then then they're going to say, oh yeah, we don't know where it comes from though. The Roman celebrations were violent, From February the 13th to the 15th, the Romans celebrated the feast of Lupercalia. The men sacrificed a goat and a dog, and whipped women with the hides of the animals they had just slain. Okay, the Roman romantics were drunk, they were naked. Okay, like an orgy kind of environment. That's what Esau promotes, all these orgy type situations in movies, and they joke about it. They promote drug use and they joke about it. You know, the goats and dogs are always involved, especially goats in their sacrificial on the sacrificial practices. You know, the goat, the Baphomet. The Roman romantics were drunk; they were naked. No Lenski, and and in the scriptures, it's supposed to see each other's nakedness like that, especially definitely not family members. You know, but Esau promotes all this, being nakedness around each other, especially in the locker rooms and gyms, men being naked around each other, women being naked around each other. You're only supposed to be naked in front of your significant other, a man with his woman, a woman with her man, in the confines of your privacy, in the confines of your bedroom. The Roman romantics were drunk, they were naked, Noah Lenski, now a religious studies professor at Yale University, told NPR in 2011 young women would line up for the men to hit them. Okay, that's probably was that is it sadomasochism or something where I don't know, where women like what was that domination or something. I think that's when women like to be dominated or men like to be dominated, one or the other anyway. Young women would line up for the men to hit them. Lenski said they believed this would make them fertile. Esau, man, Esau is the least fertile, and they're trying all these weird ways just to get fertile because they're the least on the planet Earth. And most of them are, FAGSs anyway. The brutal fate the brutal fate included a matchmaking lottery in which young men drew the names of women from a jar. The couple would then be coupled up for the duration of the festival, or no longer if the match was right. See, basically, it's like they made modern versions of that game. What do they call it? The car key game, like where all these car keys were put into a bowl in certain parties, or what they call wife swapping. So a woman, I believe, would grab car keys from a bowl, and whoever owned that car, the man, that's the man she'd be with for the night. So these things have crept into, modern society and have made it normal. Whilst you're at university or college or high school, later years, 17, 18 years old or whatever, you go to certain parties and say, "Oh, let's have an orgy," wife swapping, getting drunk, spin the bottle and all that kind of thing, kind of like a different situation which all comes from these Roman type demonic festivals, you know. So a matchmaking lottery in which young men drew the names of women from a jar. Okay, the couple would then be coupled up for the duration of the festival, or no longer if the match was, or longer if the match was right. So so if the woman belonged to somebody else, she's still fair game. Ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of the modern day of love. Emperor Claudius II executed two men, both named Valentine, on February the 14th of different years in the 3rd century. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church with the celebration of St. Valentine's Day. And these guys have no significance in the Bible, all right? Catholicism is the bullshit ass demonic religion. All right. Let's go to this. In Roman mythology, Lupercus was the god of fertility. The shepherds and wild animals. He was also known as Enos, or Ephialtes. Okay. The Romans celebrated Lupercus every year on February the 15th. Remember, this is celebrated between the 13th and the 15th. Okay. With the Lupercalia festival. The festival was originally a shepherd's festival and was connected to the names of Romulus and Remus. The festival was held in the Lupercal where Romulus and Remus were said to have been raised by a she-wolf. The festival included a purification ritual where the Luperci priests sacrificed 2 goats and a dog. The priests then marched through the streets of Rome wearing goat skins, hitting spectators with goat skin straps. Okay, so we already just read that. The origins of Valentine's Day. Okay, it's all tied in. Lupercus is sometimes identified with the Greek god Pan. All right, Peter Pan. The Roman god Faunus is a variation of Lupercus. The Lupercalia festival may have influenced some traditions of Saint Valentine's Day. So they made up a day all around Lupercalia, Lupercus, which is a god of fertility. You see a lot of a lot of women wearing red, you know, and the color red is promoted as well, which is a color of passion, um, you know, heat, you know. And I already just mentioned the the wife swapping thing that they do between the 13th and the 15th, the sacrifice of the 2 goats and a dog. I mean, sacrificing a goat. I mean, sacrificing a goat. I've heard of, sacrificing a dog to one of their gods. You see how demonic this religion, this Lupercalia is. How demonic this so-called religion is, or how demonic this practice is. Right? Let me see. They mentioned Pan, right? Peter Pan. Who is the god Pan? In Greek mythology, Pan is the god of nature, shepherds, and the wild. He is often depicted as half man, half goat, with the legs, horns, and hindquarters of a goat. And the scriptures say this is one flesh of man and another of beast. So what they do is promote this these demonic entities where you're half beast and half man. Splicing. And this is how Pan is depicted. Pan's character. Pan can be cruel, such as when he sent his followers to tear apart the nymph Echo. Pan can also be gentle and kind, such as when he talked Psyche out of committing suicide. Pan's homeland is Arcadia, where he is the god of fields, groves, and wooded glens. And groves and glens are the places where most of these satanic practices take place. Bohemia Grove, you heard of Bohemia Grove? St. Valentine's Day. Why is Valentine's Day called Valentine's Day? Saint Valentine was not no he wasn't no saint. It's an Edomite. Okay, they were executed that day on the 14th of February, right? As well as they do other demonic practices of sacrificing goats and dogs. Okay, and February the 14th is when uh, birds. Where does it say? And 14th of February is when birds choose their partners as well. Yeah. In the late 14th century, Geoffrey Chaucer's poem Parliament of Fowls declared February the 14th the day when birds choose their mates. So it's all like a mishmash of different things. Okay, they gave it a name. So what they did is, right, the Roman Catholic Church gave it a name of Saint Valentine, right, to give it, okay, yeah, it's got some kind of so-called wacky-tacky Christian attachment to it. Okay, it's all right, it's so-called holy. The same way they put Jeebus Christ. Oh, he's born on December the 25th. You know, oh, it's so-called, it's related to the Bible. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's related to the Bible, but the Bible tells you not to celebrate. Okay. In the book of Jeremiah 10, I believe. Is it Jeremiah 10? Yeah, I've quoted. I just want to make sure I say it correct. Jeremiah 10, verse 1 KJV. Yeah, it's Jeremiah 10, verse 1. Correct. Yeah. And then behind the term Valentine's Day, because people Google Valentine's Day, oh yeah, it was saints. But really, it's a celebration of Lupercalia, okay? Who is basically a fertility god, right? In Roman mythology, Lupercus was the god of fertility, shepherds, and wild animals. He was also known as Enos or Ephaltus. And the name Enos is quite common amongst Edomites as well in the south, in America, you know? And it's the same way in Hinduism as well. If you look at it, all right, if you especially live around a lot of Elam, they have gods for different things. You know, gods for fertility, gods for money, gods for sacrifice, which is a god Kali. You know, every culture, right? Even every heathenistic culture has some kind of, their own rendition of it, but it's all ultimately being a Satanist. All right, as they say in the East, a shaitan or shaitan. You know, but basically it's just the same as covering shit with sugar. That's how they present it to you. But you find out later on in life, people don't really look into it, why they even celebrate this. They just go into it blindfolded, think, oh yeah, it's a day for to take your girl out, whatever. You can take your lady out anytime. Time is short. You better take her out before everything closes. But you know, but you can take a lady out anytime. You don't have to have that one day a year. Oh, I got to take her out that day. Forget all this bullshit, man. The more we get closer to the end, these days don't mean a damn thing, man. F Christmas, Halloween, Valentine's Day, all these demonic holidays. Just, I mean, how about I destroy this weird kingdom, man. All right. Let's go to Deuteronomy 12:30. You know, GMS get this work, make great videos, man. I'm always get inspired by some of the brothers to get ideas to make a video. Obviously, I can't make it as beautiful as they make it because there's, the Yahweh Shemeshah has blessed them with a beautiful spirit the way they make videos. So eye-catching, so to speak, right, and informative. So I try and do it as much as I can. The way I can, right. And Deuteronomy 12 verse 30. Take heed to thyself, that thou be not snared by following them. After that, they be destroyed. Salakia. Take heed to thyself, that they be not snared by following them. As I say, follow not a multitude to do evil, as the scriptures say. Take heed to thyself that they, Slakia, take heed to thyself that thou be not snared by following them after that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so will I do likewise. All right. All right. So you don't inquire about how these people do their demonic practices and say, oh yeah, I want to follow it too, because I like that practice. Because Jake is simple like that. Follow not a multitude to do evil. King James Version. Exodus. King James Version. Let's go here. Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. All right. Follow not a multitude to do evil. The translations here. NLT here. Go here. You must not follow the crowd in Exodus 23:2. You must not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you are called to testify in a dispute, do not be swayed by the crowd to twist justice. Okay, no false testaments as well, So don't follow the crowd, Follow not a multitude to do evil. As your parents would say to you, okay, if somebody's going to jump over a cliff, are you going to follow them too? It's very true. Very true. Exodus 20:3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Okay. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water, or that is in the water under the earth. Okay. Esau does that. You might be buying cards. You might have it in your mind that Valentine's Day is an idol. You worship it as an idol anyway. Why? Because you hold that day on such high esteem, and since it fell on a Friday, Saturday, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? For you, it's a weekend, and some of you Jakes are probably going to book an extra day off at work. Oh, I'm gonna take Friday off. I'm gonna go to to a hotel or whatever. So that's an idol in itself. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Ultimately, you hate the Most High when you celebrate these things. You put it in such high esteem. You have it as such a, you hold it up, you put it up on a pedestal. Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And the Lord Yahweh Shemashai shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which Jake is still doing to this day, okay, namely the 2/3, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. All right, Jake's in all types of doctrines, and some of you Jakes are in the truth, and you still say, you know what, that's okay, it's just another day, it's a day of romance. So you can have a romantic, even the term romance, the term comes from Rome. Okay, you want to get intimate with your lady, you can do that anytime. All right, obviously, except the high holy days of the scriptures, but you can do that anytime. But Jake's still going to have one foot in the world and one foot, one foot in the truth and one foot in the world. Ultimately, you got one foot in the grave by doing what you're doing, by worshiping these holidays and celebrating them. If you're coming out of it, you're coming out of it. Amos 5:21. Meaning, what I'm saying is, we all did this back in the day. You did not know any better. If you know better now, you do better, right? Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. The Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, hates this. All right? He hates these. He hates it with a passion. All right? And what did the Lord say in the book of Exodus? He said, that he's a jealous power. Worship no other gods. The same way you get jealous if another man tries it with your woman, or your woman is trying another man, or your woman is looking at other men, giving them googly eyes while she's walking with you. How much more when you be unfaithful to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, because we're the Most High's woman. You understand? So ultimately, Valentine's Day is just another demonic holiday. All right? So stay away from it. Forget about it. Just another day in Babylon. February the 13th to the 15th, and especially February the 14th, doesn't mean a damn thing. All right? All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Shalom.